Right.
Oh, we are live.
On Lindaschool Facebook page. And it is a great pleasure, Ricardo, to have you here with us today after a week's pause. Last Sunday, we did not have our Lindaschool interview. So it's a fresh start.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me. And let me say that I'm a bit nervous because I think it's my first interview in English, and I don't speak in English on a daily basis. So I hope I'll do great. And when I forgot to say before when we were talking about the interview, when I woke up, I opened Facebook and I saw a quote saying that something like, "My mind can read and speak English fluently, but my mouth won't cooperate." And I thought, okay, this is not the motivation I was looking for, but it's fine. It's fine.
It's like someone read your thoughts and put
yeah.
on Facebook.
Give me the motivation. Okay, it's not what I wanted, but okay, I'll do great. I hope so.
But as far as I gather, in your course, you have to use a lot of English, right? So what have you been doing?
Okay,
lately?
so yeah, my name is Ricardo. I'm 21 years old, and I live in Tomar, but right now I'm studying in Lisbon. And yeah, I finished my degree in business administration this summer, and I'm about to start my master's degree in strategic marketing. What I'm really excited for it because marketing and advertising, communicating with others, it's what I like the most. And yeah, all my degree was in English. All the tests, materials, classes. So yeah, the fact that
You spoke more
study.
English on a daily basis than Portuguese, basically, during your course, right?
Yeah, kind of, because when we are in classes, we learn everything in English, except for the first year. The first year is in Portuguese, and then the second and the third year are in English. But yeah, we speak in Portuguese like all the time, apart from the classes. So and I think it's because I was talking about reading. And writing English for me is easier than speaking, because when we are taking the final exams and all the homework and projects, we we are writing the all the stuff, only in the presentations that we have to talk about in English. But yeah, it's study at lindaschool helped me a lot, because otherwise I don't have all the material and the knowledge of English that I needed for having my degree in English. So yeah.
Yeah. You know, when I was thinking about, okay, who am I going to interview? You came to mind immediately. You were one of the first people I invited. Why? Because you were in the school at a time of change where we were implementing a lot of activities, and you were also fundamental because of your passion for videography and photography.
Yeah.
You were our sort of cameraman in charge.
Yeah.
And always taking photos and making videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And you even made a jingle for one of our promotional.
Oh, the jingle, yeah.
And so you really stayed with us, because apart from that, so there's several videos of yours on our YouTube channel, and there's even a jingle on a promotional video, and you also collaborated in one of our crazy ideas of getting London onto our walls, remember?
Yeah.
So you also were one of the artists who actually was drawing on the walls, and now Lindaschool is like,
exactly,
classroom is a bus stop, showing one of London's touristic places, and a little bit outside of London. So the reason why I remembered you immediately is because you are a very, very intrinsic part of our history, basically.
Yeah.
So my question, and now I'm going to start the other way around. Usually I ask this question towards the end of our interviews. So you were always very you were a go-getter from the start, and I'm sure that's
Yeah.
why you chose business administration. But my question is, if you would like to share with other children and youngsters like we have at our school, what is it that motivates you to go after your dreams and achieve them? How can you help with that? How has that served you, and how can
Yeah.
your wisdom help them? So what you have to share about that?
Yeah, that's a good question. And I think that all starts with fear. We feel fear, and fear is there for a biological reason, right? Recently, I saw a Netflix series called Atypical. It's such a good one about how a life of a boy with autism is. And her mom says like, "Oh, if I'm walking down a dark alley and I start to feel afraid, that's my body trying to protect me from a gang with knives or something." But sometimes we just go for it. We have to go for it and not be afraid of taking the risk. And I believe that everything we do in life, it's not about what we are exactly doing, but the experience around it. And we were talking about it before, like studying at lindaschool as well, and how we take advantage of that for ourselves, for our self development. So as long as you put all your effort and dedication, um, even if you don't achieve the best version possible, you
Mm-hmm.
will achieve your best version. And you think, okay, I did great. And the best I could do at that specific moment, or just I did it. Yes, I did it. And it's an accomplishment that you will remember for the rest of your life, because that was a dream of yours. So I think we don't, I try not to be afraid of failing, or not achieving what I was thinking about, because sometimes we achieve even better things than the ones we are thinking about.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
I think that's it, and I hope it helps. And that's there is also a quote that I liked a lot. It's that it's not how good you are, it's how good you want to be. It's something like that. And I try to live that way and think about it, because yeah, if we can overcome fear, um, we can do everything we want. And I think that we are here, we live for a specific reason. So yeah, it feel fear is good, but we don't we have to be able to overcome that.
mhm.
Otherwise we are not able to live in our plenitude.
Yeah,
So
in
yeah,
a fulfilling way, right?
yeah.
And what I also gathered from your sharing, which is really beautiful, is don't be too hard on yourself, and don't feel guilty if you don't achieve what you thought you had
Yeah,
to, and feel happy that you have done something,
yeah,
that you have had an experience, basically.
yeah. It's an accomplishment. And in a final test, we want to get 20, right? But we have to study, and we have to do everything we uh, we are being able to do so. But if I get an 18 or a 17 or a 12 or a 10, even a 10, it was the best thing I could do. And I have to think, okay, I didn't okay, I do not didn't went go great, but it was the best thing I could do. So let's improve next time, because uh, if if we get 20 in the first time, we are not being able to improve the next time. So it is important to go step by step and doing things on our time, because every single person as the specific time to do specific
Yeah.
things. And
And
yeah, I
that's
think
really
that,
important too.
yeah,
That
to understand our time.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's it, because not everyone is the same. And we all have our own rhythm,
yeah,
and the right time for something might have not arrived yet, and it might have arrived for someone else, and it's not through comparing that we
yeah,
will get anything. That's really,
yeah.
really important. Yeah.
But I was talking about Linda School, and because I studied at Linda School since until the last year of my high school.
And since
Um,
when did you start? What age were
uh,
you?
2017. Yeah, and
No,
I
no, when did you start? When did you
oh,
come
at
to
Linda
Linda School?
School. I don't know. It has been a long time. I think I started in my first year. So in the
Wow.
yeah, in
First
the I
grade
don't
primary
yeah, the
school.
first grade. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a
And
long time.
yeah, yeah, and it was I remember to repeat every 5 times all the vocabulary. uh, I think you talked about it on
Yeah,
other interviews.
João Gregório mentioned
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Uh,
I remembered it as well. But it helped us a lot, and I think it was really one of the best things I did. I now studied at Catholic, and all the stuff like classes, books, exams are in English, so it helped me a lot. And apart from that, studying at Linda School is not only learn how to speak how to speak English. Is about an experience. We went to London, we cooked vegetarian dishes, we painted walls, we organized the charity concert, the one you talked
yeah,
about with Maria Elena, and
yeah.
so on. So
And
of
we did
course,
also the paintings. Remember the
yeah,
paintings, we not the ones on the wall, the other ones that we
yeah, yeah,
did an
yeah,
auction
yes.
with
And
that.
then we it for donating, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. It was a
And
fundraiser.
yeah, and of course it is art. And when I was there, I thought, oh, I want to drop out, I want to give up. But
Yeah,
now
I'm
that I
sick of
actually,
this. Oh boy,
yeah,
so much
yeah, but
studying.
yes, but now that I actually did it and I'm looking backwards, it was completely amazing. And yeah, I missed you a lot. Even the breaks, all the friends that I met there,
Were you
like,
part of the translation of Ricardo Frade's book as
yeah,
well?
yeah, as well,
Yeah, you
as
were
well.
also in
Yeah.
that one.
And
Wow,
it
you were
was
in all for all projects.
no, it was quite a challenge. And you all the work that you had, because you had to correct every single word that we wrote. And yeah, I can imagine the but yeah, it was all an experience. And yeah, I'm very grateful to that I had that opportunity, because it's something that I will remember for the rest of my life, because it's something that it is not physical, but is something that we have for the rest of our lives.
Yeah,
And it's not about the certificate, it's about everything we do, because developed ourselves with all that activities. So and the fact that while doing all that stuff, learning English becomes easier,
yeah.
because when we were cooking all that dishes, we had to speak in English. And when
And
we
learn
were,
the different
yeah,
words,
yeah, the
vocabulary, so
different
on.
words, yeah. So yeah, it's all an experience, and I'm so grateful I was part of Linda School students.
Great.
And yeah, I missed you a lot.
We are very, very grateful to Ricardo, really, really. And one day we must organize like a gathering, like a dinner or something with
Yeah,
ex-Linda
all
School
together.
students,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that we, from different years, so that we can see you like in person,
yeah,
and all of you can share with each other as well your
yeah.
progress. And you know, one of the most amazing things with these interviews is, for me, it's really such a gift, because I see how each one of you has grown. And also, one common thread is the courage to overcome
Hmm.
fear.
Yeah,
And that is so relevant, and especially nowadays when fear is at a very high level.
Yeah,
So if more people can listen to this and see, yeah, fear doesn't have to control me. It can help me when necessary, but when it's not necessary, I decide.
yeah. And I learned. I had a lot of interesting courses while doing business administration, and when I had marketing, and we talked about the optimal level of stress because
Mm-hmm.
we usually look at stress as a bad thing, and stress isn't necessarily a bad thing. Stress is good for ourselves because when I do something big, it's quite good that I'm stressful because it's such an important thing, and I have to be conscious of that, and I have to be quite focused on it. But it's like it is an optimal level of stress, and when we pass that specific level, okay,
Mm-hmm.
it becomes a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
um, and nowadays, with all of that technological era, and everything is so quick and so fast, and I have to do my degree and then my master degree, and I have to start working uh, after it. And we are so stress is it becomes a huge part of our lives. That's why we have anxiety and a huge levels of anxiety in society, and we have to try to surpass this. And yeah, people have to be conscious that we every single person is a specific human being that has their rhythm, has their specific time to do things. Yeah, even if I can go on a walk, yeah, I can be at home doing my workouts, or I can go running. But yeah, we can do workouts in every a huge variety of ways.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, every single person has
So each one should respect their own
yeah,
limits and their own rhythm
yeah. And
as
trying not to compare with others,
mm-hmm.
especially with social media. We are constantly looking for each other's lives and what they are doing, and oh, I
Mm-hmm.
should do that, or I should go there. and
Yeah.
and yeah, sometimes I look backwards, and I missed my childhood when everything is so it's not in that way. So I think I don't know if we are in the right direction,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if the society is walking um, in the right way.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that we should work on that because
So do you realize that you and all of your generation
yeah,
are the future adults, right?
yeah,
So if you realize that, and if that is a common thread within your generation, that you realize that society is not necessarily healthy, behaving in a
yeah,
healthy way in general, because
yeah,
there's too much stress and too much running around, too much materialism, and all of those things that get
yeah,
people lost
exactly,
in the doing and the having, and not in the experiencing, the living, the being.
yeah,
um, you can actually be the change, because I mean, as your generation grows older and does not forget what you're saying,
yeah,
because sometimes people tend to forget, when they then have a job, and then life just gets a little bit crazy, and you have your bills to pay, and sort of those things, like eventually you get married, so on and so forth, and
yeah,
people just forget, they
yeah,
forget these things that you are saying, which are so relevant and which cannot be forgotten.
yeah.
So
And we
I hope it doesn't get forgotten, because I hear different youngsters your age, and I do see there is a trend there, may it not be forgotten that you are the change makers.
Yeah, exactly. And we
What were you going to say?
I was saying that about experiences and all that life stuff, like having a degree and that work, having a job and all that stuff. I read a quote a few days ago, and I think it's like you are not your curriculum, you are your work. And I think it's actually true, because sometimes people think that it is better to have 3, 4, 5, whatever experiences, like in their lives, in their CVs, whatever. And it is good, of course, to have as much as experience as you can. But if you can deliver 100% on of your effort in every single one of them, and I think we are sometimes under pressure and stressed, because we think that we have to do specific things, and okay, I have to do this and that and that. And sometimes I used to think that way. Okay, I need to improve my CV, I have to do this and that, and join that university club and work as freelancer and have time to study as well. Right? But
Yeah.
nowadays I realize that it doesn't matter how many jobs or activities you are involved in, if you
Just as you do it well, right?
yeah, if you take that opportunity to learn as much as you can. And
Yeah.
if you think that way, I think that stress and pressure have lower impacts on
Mm-hmm.
our lives.
So maybe if people have enough courage to let go of some of the things that they don't need anymore or that are provoking
Yeah,
stress, that could be a good way of releasing some burdens, right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the only thing is, usually it's hard for people to let go of things they have started to implement, because then they think it's a waste of time what they've done so far and so on. Because
yeah,
so that's why what you were sharing is so relevant. You know, it's never wasted time. Whatever you did was a benefit for you, and if you let go of it, it's okay.
yeah. And
Yeah.
listen to music is also good
All
to
right.
low.
You play music, right? You're a great
Yeah,
fan of Amalia Rodrigues.
I am. I have my cup is yeah, is
Right.
it's done it is I think it's from a graphic designer that did that drawing. And then I think that this is colleges with newspaper, I think so.
Wow.
But yeah,
Do
I
you sing as a hobby or a passion? Is it something that you could never stop doing? It's just
yeah,
because you love it.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I consider myself an arts person. I'm passionate
Okay.
about all about music, theater, writing,
Mm-hmm.
all of these things. That in fact they have a huge topic in common, that is telling stories, and
Right.
that's what I like to do, and explore other perspectives and feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if it is interesting to talk about it, but I'm the type of person who most of the times doesn't show what I'm feeling.
Mm.
I don't know why, but it is difficult to say people I love you or you make me a better person. I feel that I can do it through music and writing.
Oh,
It
wow.
Yeah, it's easier for me to express
Mm-hmm.
exactly what I'm feeling through it, instead of saying it out loud.
Well, maybe
And that's
because you're not thinking too much when you are producing art,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
and then
and
you flow better.
yeah, and I that's why I love singing. And I have people who text me and say, "You're very emotional when you sing. I almost cry while listening to you." And it makes me so happy, because it means that I was able to transmit something to them.
A
And
feeling,
also,
right?
yeah, and also about feelings. Sometimes it's hard for us to understand what others are feeling, because they are the ones who feel it, right? And while
Mm-hmm.
singing or acting in a theater play, we can experiment different feelings and put ourselves in the position of others. And I
Right,
think,
and that gives you more empathy, right?
yeah, yeah, and I think that's why I love to do so. And also advertising and marketing, it's like communicating with others. So I
Yeah,
think everything it's
it's
connected.
connected.
uh, yeah, yeah, and I
Yeah.
think that's why
Oh,
I
wow. Do you think you could sing a little bit,
oh
or
I, I don't know. You can check my Instagram page because
oh,
no, I think that people are like, okay, he's singing again. Okay, just stop, because all my almost all my Instagram stories are
have singing in them?
yeah, yeah. So I think
Well,
that people,
that is your uniqueness, Ricardo.
yeah,
That is so unique about you.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm inviting you to sing for us.
I don't know what I can sing for you. Um, okay, so yeah, what I don't consider I do not consider myself as a fado singer, but
Mhm.
it's for me it's the most beautiful music in the world, and it's Portuguese. Just for that, we have to be able to I don't know, like our culture, and
Mhm.
uh, yeah, give value to that, because it's such an important thing to support Portuguese artists and all our culture. And yeah, I think I can do just okay. I'm nervous right now. Okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes, yes, yes. Oh,
Mm,
wow, that is so wonderful.
yeah, but let me. Okay, what I am
Just
going to sing.
feel into it.
Okay. Um. Okay, I think yeah, that is a good one. Okay, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. um,
Oh, come
okay.
on. You're a natural born singer.
Ok. Rasga-me a boca num beijo, prende os teus dedos nos meus, rasga-me a boca num beijo, prende os teus dedos nos meus, entrega-te aos meus desejos, que eu já me entreguei aos teus. Rasga-me a boca num beijo, prende os teus dedos nos meus.
Beautiful. And you're not a fado singer, you say.
No, I do not consider myself as a fado singer. I would like to.
Oh,
I would like to.
please. Yeah, so I always love listening to you singing. That's why
Thank
I
you.
asked
Thank
you
you
to
so much.
sing. And I do believe that art is a way of people expressing their intuition, their heart, without letting their mind interfere too much. So
Yeah,
that's why it helps, and it's probably one of the best things people can do also to overcome stress and fear,
yeah,
because it brings people into a different kind of space, right? So that would be one way of not one way, it would be a piece of advice, right?
yeah. And
If
it
you're
helped
feeling
me a lot,
stressed,
actually.
just or dance,
Yeah,
sing, or write,
yeah,
or do something artistic that you like or that you want to learn or whatever. You might not even know that you like it yet if you don't
yeah.
try,
And
right?
yeah, it actually helps me a lot, and that's other interesting topic to talk about, like culture and singing, all the arts and culture, because of nowadays with COVID, coronavirus
Uh-huh.
pandemic. I would like to say people to go to the theater and go to concerts, to the cinema, visit museums and expositions, whatever makes you happy, but give supports to artists because they deserve it. And
Mm.
culture is what makes us feel alive, right? And
Yeah.
develop ourselves. And due to this COVID-19 pandemic, artists were the first ones who had to
To
stop working.
suffer. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they will be the last people to recover from all of this, because people
Yeah.
are worried about the security rules and so on. But
Mm-hmm.
there is no reason to be afraid. We have to carry on with our lives,
Yeah.
So please go consume culture because it is so 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 important.
It's
So
essential in
yeah,
any social structure.
yeah,
Art is just fundamental to keep it going and to keep it
exactly,
growing as well.
exactly.
Yeah. And you were saying also something at the beginning about how self development is really one of the most relevant things in our lives, right? And how
Hmm.
you envision everything you do as an opportunity for self development. So
Yeah,
going to these places, watching a good play, a concert, etc., is also part of that, right?
yeah, yeah, sure. I think that we when we are consuming culture, we are also learning, like
Hmm.
listening to a specific music, and it is important to not giving so much importance to the music itself, but to the lyrics, because
Yeah.
they are they are almost always the important stuff, right? And go to the theater. Like it is so important also for our self development and for
Mm-hmm.
learning. And that's why when we went to London and when we were painting the walls, we were also learning because we
And
were
we did
learning
go
about.
to musicals when we were in London
Yeah,
as
yeah. I
well.
think. Oh,
I think
it
we went
called.
to two. Some
I don't.
some went to two.
Yeah, I think the theater play, the musical,
Was
is
it We
called
Will Rock You?
the Heights. The Heights. I
Ah,
think.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the one we went to see in
yeah, and
that
it
year.
was completely amazing. Yeah,
It was really about being an artist.
yeah, yeah. Right.
Yeah. Wow, that's a wonderful twist in the conversation, and that is unique, you see. The thing
Yeah,
is, each one of you has your uniqueness. So the conversation always goes into places, unexpected places,
yeah,
that bring much more to the whole of this interview series, which is really a big gift for all of us. That is really great. Thank you so
yeah.
much, Ricardo.
For us as well, because that that's why we should communicate with others, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
we need to learn with each other, and we are unique. Each person is unique and as its purpose
Yeah.
in life. So I think I saw the other interviews during the weekend, so that I could be more prepared. And people are completely amazing, and all the different paths that we are walking on our with our lives is completely amazing, like
You
Maria
see, it's
Elena
not just me
with the gap
amazed.
here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 like Maria Elena with the gap here with it's completely amazing, like Maria Galvão. Yeah, all João Gregorio. I didn't know him. I met him through the interview, and
Okay.
yeah, he is completely amazing. And all the
He is also into art, actually, João
yeah, yeah,
Gregorio. He's very
yeah,
artistic. And even Natercia, the chemistry PhD,
yeah,
her real passion, well, she had two real passions. One was chemistry, and the other is art, and
hmm,
mainly theater. She
yeah,
was absolutely passionate for theater, but at the time she decided to go for chemistry for the reason most people do, because it's
yeah,
art is not really very stable, and as we can see now with the COVID-19 issue, that people who live only from art did take a hard blow at the moment. But that
yeah,
doesn't mean that it's not something to do. Each one has to follow whatever they feel is
yeah,
appropriate. And Nadersi is also really an excellent scientist, and following her passion, because she had both passions. So
sure,
she
yeah,
is developing in that way, and that's great. Right, Ricardo. Any last thing you would like to? And as to Maria Elena, just to say, she sometimes actually felt quite frustrated during this gap year because most people don't get it. Most people in
Yeah,
Portugal don't really get the thing. They oh no, you're wasting time. What are you doing? And
yeah,
I believe
because it
for
is,
her it was
yeah,
relevant that we had the interview, and because it is so valuable, really
yeah,
is.
because it is unusual, right? So people, sometimes people are not able to understand others' positions and
Different
others,
kinds of things.
yeah, others different perspectives and points of view. Uh, each one of us see the world in a different way, in a
Yeah.
different perspective.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think it's completely amazing. But
Another thing I find in your generation is that openness to accept that there are so many different points of view, and that
yeah,
we are so diverse. That is really great.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lovely. Okay, so that's your final message is we are unique.
I think so. I think, yeah, I think it resumes all the things we were talking about. Every person is unique, and yeah, I think that's it. I can I can say anything. Yeah, it's, I
Yeah.
think that's it. We are authentic, and people
Yeah.
just,
So, for instance, like people want to know each other's stories, and everyone shares their
yeah,
story and that. But the reason to watch and listen is not to become the same as that person, but somehow to be inspired
yeah,
by that person's example, but not necessarily do the same, because we are unique and we cannot compare
yeah.
each other.
Yeah, it's like feel inspired and learn with the others' failures, right? While
Yeah.
we are communicating with others, we can be inspired by them. We can
Mm-hmm.
learn with them.
Yeah.
We can feel developed with their experiences,
Yes.
because the experience that I take, it's not necessarily the same that other person takes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and if
And
we
even
talk
a
to each other,
failure that was a failure for that person can be a victory
can
for
be a
another
success.
person.
Yeah, yeah, can be a success. Yeah, right.
Yeah. It's important to know that it's really so unique.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Well,
so this
what a
was
lovely conversation. I
I
loved it.
really loved it. I am so happy to have these conversations, And that's why I
Me
keep on
too.
saying I don't know when it's going to stop, because it's really, really such a blessing to be able
Yeah,
to communicate with all of you and get all of this wisdom rolling.
yeah. Thank you
Brilliant.
so much. It was an honor. Yeah.
Thank you. It was an honor for me too, Ricardo. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next week, we have another Ricardo. Ricardo Ferreira, I think he was in your class.
Yeah,
Yeah, he came to London with us at that
yeah,
time as well. So Ricardo has also gone through a really interesting path, and I'm sure you will enjoy listening to him, because he is, just as all of you, has grown into a very interesting young man. So I am so
yeah.
happy again, again and again and again. Thank you. Thank you, Ricardo.
Thank you so much. Thank
And
you.
thank you, all of the viewers. Thank you
Yeah,
for
thank you.
watching. Please share.
Yeah, have a nice week, and don't forget to live and be unique.
Right. Great, great way to end. Thank you.